Yeah, mate. Show them that.
They're all 50p.
50p, yeah? Got it, mate. Let's grab them too.
Cool.
Cheers. Thanks a lot. Got mate, how much having the games?
£2 each.
A pound?
Yeah, £2. Or if you buy loads of them, or you just buy them one.
Just one, yeah?
150.
Pound?
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a lovely day.
More LOLs. I think we know.
You can get some of those dolls, yeah. Yeah, and there's a collection of both of them you can get. No, they are LOL. I'm usually got in there. I don't know what you got in there. In the bag. Oh, that's a classic, isn't it?
Yeah. How much do you have on them?
What's it?
How much do you have on them?
Oh, lot 5 of them?
I have the fucking.
You're welcome.
Where are you? Lady, I cannot find the 4 passenger.
Oh, it might be funny.
Yeah, okay. Do 3 quid?
Do 4.
Yeah, go on. Right, let's have the games.
Just pound?
Pound, yeah? Yeah, go on.
The only way to hard over that footage. Yeah. Got that idiot over at fucking oh fucking hell. Where you come off the M2. Pepper Hill. Yeah. It's a fucking shithole one. You never get anyone here. All you charge is the 3 quid to go in there. It's really not. Why it's not going to good? You take money there. I've only been there once and that was enough for me.
Yeah, you took money there.
I mean, there was half a dozen stalls there, and I said to her, we're playing this who's going to come in here.
Yeah. But the trouble is, he has 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
He don't
Yeah.
them people that are coming in at 10 o'clock, quick picking up to go home.
Yeah. It's the original one. Freddie McFurry donkey years, same as the Yogi Bear.
Go on, mate. What you having on the DS?
Tenner.
10. I don't think about it. Cheers, mate. What's you having a GameCube, guys? What's it? £10, yeah? What, for all three? Each? Okay.
I see it.
Cheers, mate.
Oh yeah, it's good.
You alright? How much did you have on your games?
Sorry?
How much did you have on them?
That's 50p each.
50p each.
Sorry.
Still asleep.
Well, I've been here all day.
I can completely relate.
Thank
Brilliant,
you.
thanks a lot.
Oh, sorry, she went to my dad's money. How much did you get for it? That's good. It's funny because I think I said, no, it's £3, yeah. And then I think I was about 15 at the time, but I didn't really get anything then, so. Yeah, and I sold, well, you sold those jeans, which I didn't. Yeah, and those shorts finally went. A couple of hoodies, I think.
You alright? Let's have on that.
£3?
Yeah, go on then.
Do it.
Okay, so that is everything we've picked up from the boot fair. So let's have a quick look at everything that we've got. And we've got some absolutely brilliant games to add into the collection today. So we'll start off with a PS2 Platinum title. And it is Disney Pixar's Cars. It is box complete, which is really good. I'm not too sure whether we've got it. I have recently, I don't know if so you'll have seen in the last video that it's looking a lot more organised here. And I've just finished the last video, so I've just knocked that over. So yeah, I've had a massive sort out recently. And so far I've sorted out all of the PlayStation games and all of the Xbox games. So everything is now in my collection tracker, and they're all every shelf's in alphabetical order. So I've still got the Sega, the Nintendo, and I've actually had to split out into the other shelving unit for some more of the Sega games. But I have also now got the shelving up as well, so there is a lot more of my collection in the room. I am going to be doing a full room tour. I'm actually saving that for the 2-year channel anniversary, which that video is due to drop on the 1st of March. So I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure when this video will go out. I think it's going out middle of December. I'm actually filming the beginning of November. So yeah, I'm quite far ahead with my videos at the moment. But yeah, I am at the moment. I'm planning. That's one of the reasons why I'm sorting through all the collection, making sure that everything is in the collection and accounted for, so that I can basically know how many games I've got in the collection. I think as it stands at the moment, with everything that's in the shelves, I'm looking at just shy of 2100 games, which is absolutely amazing considering when we first started I had less than 200. And that's in just 2 years, so really chuffed with that. But back to today's video. So we picked up cars, paid 50p for it. It goes for about $3.50 on CEX and £4 on eBay, but it is in really good condition. So as I say, if I haven't got the platinum version, it will definitely go into the collection. Then next up I got 2 PSP games from the same seller. And I paid 50p each for them. So we've got Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. Once again, not too sure whether I've got it in the collection, haven't checked yet. So I'll pick that up. And then we've also got Juiced Eliminator. And they are both box complete. So really chuffed with that. And they're actually in really good condition. I think I've just got to give it a bit of a wipe over because it feels a bit sticky on Dub Edition. But yeah, paid 50p each for them. Midnight Club goes for £3.50 on CEX, £5 on eBay. And Juiced Eliminator goes for £1.50 at CEX and £4 on eBay. Then, next up, we've got an Xbox 360 game. And I picked this one up because I haven't seen it before and I really liked the way that the cover art looked. So it is it... Cameo Elements of Power. I'm going to say that and I'm going to stick with that. So it is missing the manual, unfortunately. But yeah, I saw the cover art. It looked really interesting. It's not a game that I'd seen out and about before. And normally what I do is if I see a game that I don't really see that often, I tend to grab them. Obviously, you'll see your Gears of War, your Grand Theft Autos, your FIFAs all day long. But when I'm at the boot fairs, I'm also looking for the games like, oh, I've never seen that one before. I'll grab it. And don't get me wrong, 9 times out of 10, they're not worth anything. But you will get that one time when actually, yeah, that was worth about £15–20 and I paid £1 for it. So yeah, this one isn't that. So I paid £1 for it. It goes for £1.50 at CEX, £3 on eBay. But even still, as I say, I like to get the games that you don't see that often. And this isn't one that I don't think I've ever seen it before. Or if I have, it's very infrequently. So yeah, we've got that. Then we've got a PS4 game. And we've got NBA 2K18. It looks to be box complete. There's actually a code there, so I'm going to spin that round. So yeah, it is box complete. It's actually, with this one, it's fairly unique because it's got a manual. And for a PS4 game, that is very rare. So yeah, it is in really good condition. The case looks like it's just come out of a shop. So really chuffed with that. I paid £1 for it. Goes for £4 on CEX, £3 on eBay. And yeah, it's another PS4 title to add to the collection. Then, next up, we're going to break it up a bit with a set of DVDs. Now, originally I picked I've got 2 DVD box sets in this video. And I actually originally picked both of them up for resale. But once I got them home, I was umming and ahhing. I think I even photographed them, ready to list them. And then I decided, no, I'm going to keep them. So, the first one is a series that I watched when I was a kid. Kid/teenager. Absolutely loved it. And I think they have done a remake which completely fell on its face. And it is Saved by the Bell. I've never seen these on DVD. So when I saw them at the boot fair, I had to grab them. I mean, there was a bit backwards and forwards with the seller, trying to get sort of basically bartering on the price. But eventually I got them all. So this is series 1 to 5. And I got them all for £4. I really was wrestling with reselling them or keeping them for myself, but yeah, I just had to keep them. Absolutely loved this series as a kid, so yeah, decided to keep hold of them. Looking them up online, CEX sell this for about 32 quid. That is a combination price because they'll obviously sell season 1 and 2 as one thing, 3 and 4 as another, and then Series 5 as another. So CEX, you'd buy these as 3 individual things, and then on eBay you get them for £15, and I've seen sort of quite a few people selling them as a bundle. But yeah, as I say, it's not something that I've seen before. It's not something I've seen out in the shops, so that's why I grabbed them. And then we'll go into the second box set in a minute. I've got 2 more games that I want to just have a look at. So the first one is Lemony Snicket's A Series Unfortunate Events on the original Xbox. This is based off of the Jim Carrey film that was released, not the Netflix TV show. It is box complete, which is really good. We paid 50p for that. It goes for £2.50 at CEX and £4 on eBay, which, yeah, a good deal on that one. And then the other game we've got, I think we got this from the same seller. And I don't know whether we've got it or not. Because what I've done now is I've actually condensed down the original Xbox games. So originally they were across 3 shelves. I've condensed them down to 2, but they are double stacked. So, oh, actually, it should be. No, I don't think we have got it, because it is a Star Wars game, and it is. No, it's not. It's a Lego Star Wars game, so it would go under L. Let me know in the comments down below. With the Lego games, how would you alphabetize this? Would you put it under L or would you put it under S? I tend to put all of the Lego games under L, but I know some people do it the other way around. Some people will put it under, so some people will put this under S, for example. So let me know in the comments down below. Are you an L or an S? So once again, we paid 50p for this. I'm pretty sure this was from the same seller. It is box complete. The manual is a bit scruffy, but it is still there, so that's good. It goes for £1.50 at CEX and £5 on eBay. Then we move on to the next, or the second DVD box set. And it is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So, once again, another series that I absolutely loved watching when I was younger. Wasn't so much into it when it first started. I probably started really getting into it around Series 3, and then went back and watched Series 1 and 2. But yeah, I watched it right the way through. I'll be honest, I don't actually think I've seen all of the last series, which is really bad because I really want to see it. So yeah, I picked this up. Once again, this was picked up originally for resale, but I got it for such a great price that, do you know what, I just had to keep it for myself. I try and avoid it. I'll be honest, a lot of the time I come home, the wife will go through the bags. Oh, I really like that. I'm like, you're not having it, it's for resale. But yeah, there's been a couple of DVDs recently where I've decided to keep them myself. And this and Saved by the Bell were the main ones. So we actually paid £3 for the whole box set, which, just amazing. Looking it up online, CEX have got one similar to this. It's not exactly the same. It's the Buffy the Vampire Complete Collection. They sell that for £38, and on eBay you'd pick up this exact box set for about £20. So yeah, not too bad there, and definitely one that I'm going to be watching. Okay, so we are now on to that part of the video where we go through the Glenn and Dan pickups. I'll be honest, I'm not too sure if there's any footage of this in the video. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure there isn't. But if there is, I will have put it in the video. But I'm pretty sure that I did end up turning the camera off at this point. So let's have a quick look through the pickups that I got from Glenn. There's only 3 games that I picked up from him. But they are quite, I'd say, big games for the collection. So actually, I'm going to do this one first because this isn't as big of a part of the collection, but it is a Nintendo Switch game, and I'm not able to get these that often at the boot fairs. So we've got Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. It looks to be box complete, which is really good. and yeah, he had it. It's like, is it something you want? So I ended up picking it up. Paid £15 for it. Looking it up online, it goes for £22 at CEX and £12.50 on eBay. So yeah, right in the middle there. I've not really got a problem with that. So yeah, the only thing I need to do now is actually get my own Switch because the little one has got the Switch, but I haven't actually got one for myself. So yeah, I'm actually recording this about 2 weeks before the new Pokemon games come out. So I've already said that I'm going to need the Switch when they come out because I want to play it. So yeah, we've got managed to, and I will admit, I do love picking these up at the boot fair because, yeah, because it's a current gen, you very rarely get them. So yeah, that's really good. Okay, what one of these to do first, because I think they're both quite substantial in their own way. I tell you what, we'll go for the Xbox game because it's not as infamous as the other game that I've got, and it is Dino Crisis 3. So I am a massive fan of the Dino Crisis games. As you would have seen in the massive eBay pickup that we've done, I did pick up box complete versions of both Dino Crisis and Dino Crisis 2 on the PlayStation 1. And then the only one I was missing is Dino Crisis 2 from the main series of games. Obviously there is a fourth Dino Crisis game which is called Dino Hunter, and it's basically a first-person rail shooter. But I did want to get hold of this, and he did have it. He actually pointed out it's something he picked up at the boot fair the week before, so I know what he paid for it, but equally I know what it was worth. So I paid £15 for it. Goes for 15 on CEX and 20 on eBay. But as I say, it does mean now that I do have all three of the mainline Dino Crisis games in the collection. And yeah, it'll just be Dino Hunter that I need to track down. Then the next game we've got is another game that's actually come out of his personal collection that I asked to grab off him. And it is a cart only, and it is an N64 cart. And this is probably one of the most infamous games ever released. Not just on the Nintendo 64, but across the board. Now, for those of you in the know, you'll already know what game I'm talking about. And it is Superman 64. So this game, if you can get a box complete version of this, I think it goes for over £100. It goes for absolutely mega money. I am going to try and track down a box and a manual for this, because I'd love to have this one in box complete. But for cart only, I actually paid £12 for it. Looking it up online, CEX sell it for £12, and on eBay you pay about £20. So yeah, really chuffed to pick that up. As I say, I would love to. I am going to keep my eyes open for a box, and then if I manage to pick one up, great. But other than that, I have got it in the collection, and I will give it a go. I have seen countless people playing it and know how atrocious it is, but yeah, I do want to give it a go for myself. So that is all of the Glenn pickups. Then we move on to the Dan pickups, which, as per normal, build up extremely quickly. So let me just scroll up. So the first thing that I got off Dan, I haven't actually got to hand. I've put them away somewhere and I can't remember where I've put them. He's actually given me a small stack of the 2022 McDonald's Pokemon cards. So there were 7 there. Looking them up online, a bundle of that sort of size goes for about £8. But yeah, he just gave them to me, which was brilliant because the only 2022 McDonald's cards I've got are the ones that I actually picked up on my Isle of Wight trip, and I haven't actually opened those yet. I've kept the packets sealed, but I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to keep those sealed, and I think I can get a full set on eBay now for about £15. So yeah, I'm probably going to do that just so that I've got a set in the collection that I can put into one of my binders. Then next up, he gave me something which he had a whole load of them, and I thought it was so cool. and it is a Westworld item. So for those of you that don't know, Westworld was originally, I think it was late 60s, early 70s. It was a film that was released starring Yul Brynner, and the whole premise of it is a it's a theme park for adults, basically, where anything goes. You can literally do whatever you want. You can kill, you can do other adult things, and then it got followed up by another film called Future World. Actually, sorry, go back to Westworld. It's actually a Michael Crichton. I don't think it was a novel. I think it was a story. And then that led on to Future World, which was a sort of unofficial sequel. And then recently it got remade into a TV series on HBO. And this is actually from the HBO series. And towards the end of the first series, towards the end of the first series, no, sorry, is it? Yeah, it is. It's the end of the first series. It's all driven by a thing called the Maze. And this is something to basically monitor or assess how the AI in the robots is actually developing. But yeah, it is an absolutely amazing series. If you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend giving it a go. I remember when it first came out, a lot of people were describing it as Game of Thrones with robots, and or Western Game of Thrones with robots. But yeah, it is an amazing series. It is. They've just, I think, I've just wrapped up series 4, and I've actually before filming just caught an article about it potentially being cancelled, so there wouldn't be a 5th series, which would be the final series if it was going to happen. But as I say, I've just caught a glimpse on that. But yeah, if you haven't seen Westworld, definitely give it a go. It is an amazing series. He actually gave me that for nothing as well. Looking it up online, they go for about £11. So yeah, really chuffed with that. And that's just something a bit random to add to the collection. Then next up, we've got a couple more Pokemon bits actually. So we've got the 1998 Tomy Meowth figure. Yeah, nothing too special. Needs a bit of a clean up, but yeah, once again, just give me this one. It goes for about £5.50 online, so nothing major. But yeah, another figure to add to the collection. I've got quite a growing collection of Pokemon plush and Pokemon figures. And then adding to that collection, we've got another Pokemon plush. This one is a Grow Life plush. Goes for about £12 on eBay. And yeah, it was another one that he just gave to me. And yes, I think that is all of the freebies that I got from Dan today. So yeah, some really good bits there. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of what we picked up. So the first one was a Pokemon gaming mat. I think, well, most people would use them as a gaming mat. I use them as a mat to sort my Pokemon cards out. So this is the Mega Garchomp EX playmat. So hopefully you can see that. So I paid £2 for that. Looking online, it goes for about £12. So yeah, really good. I love grabbing these sort of playmats now. And obviously if they're Pokemon themed, even better. Then what have we got next? So we've got a couple of VHSs next, and these are gaming related VHSs. So the first one that we've got is the Electronics Boutique for PS2 forthcoming releases VHS. Looking on the back, you've got Top Gear Daredevil. Yeah, Top Gear Daredevil on the PS2. And then we've got exclusive Go Go Golf. Not two games that I've heard of, but yeah, I saw that you had it and thought it would be a good little addition to the Let's have a look actually, see what they've got on here. Yeah, so it looks like it's got Ready to Rumble boxing, Super Buster Move, Smuggler's Run. So there's quite a few there actually that we've already got in the collection, which is really good. And then yeah, the actual cassette itself is in really good condition as well. So I have got a protective sleeve for these, just like what I've been doing with my other ones. So it's a plastic sleeve, same as my N64 games, just keeps the cover protected. So I'm going to stick this into one of those as soon as I finish filming. And then the other VHS that we got was Fuse. Fuse brings the greatest E3 show on earth. So this would have been, what's the date on it? 1999. So one of the later, well not later, but E3 was well established by this point. Looking at it, it's world exclusive footage of the PlayStation 2, Gran Turismo 2, Resident Evil 3, Crash Team Racing, Spyro 2, Final Fantasy 8, Tomorrow Never Dies, and stacks more. Yeah, I just saw these, thought it was absolutely brilliant. Looks like it was bundled in with PlayStation Power, but yeah, really, really chuffed with those. Paid £1.50 for each of them. The Electronics Boutique, I could find stuff similar, but couldn't find the exact one. Similar ones go for about £12, and the E3 Greatest Show on Earth goes for about £10 on eBay. There's no CEX pricing on them. Then we get into a whole stack of Mega Drive games that I picked up. So I'm not too sure whether when this video is going to go out, as to whether I've done my 2023 aims. I've got a feeling that that might be the next video after this. I think this video's coming out the last week of December. It's either the next video or it's the last video. So if it's the next video, you'll know that I'm quite happy about these. So the first game that we've got is a cart only, and it is the Fairy Tale Adventures. So this is an EA cart. I'll be honest, I've never heard of this game before seeing the cart, and that was one of the reasons why I did pick it up. Paid £10 for it. It goes for £12 on CEX, £20 on eBay, which, yeah, really happy with that. I can't really say anything else about it because I don't really know anything about it. Then we get into a whole stack. All the other ones we've got are boxed. I think the first four, what we've got 2, 4, 6, we've got 8. First 4 are box complete, and then the final 4 are missing the manuals. So the first one that we've got is one that I have been desperate to get hold of. And I will say I actually had someone reach out to me. So I'm filming this, what's the date today? It is the 5th of November. I actually had someone reach out to me last week on the channel asking me if I was still looking for a case for this game. By the time this video goes out, I'll long message them back. So just want to say a massive, massive thank you to that person for reaching out. But yeah, unfortunately I had managed to pick it up. And it is Urban Strike on the Mega Drive. So this is box complete. Really, really chuffed to get this. Obviously, I've got the other 2 Strike games. Where are they? Yeah, Jungle and Desert. And then actually, if we go in here, I'll move that out of the way. I've got another copy. So, well, this box has actually got Mega Game 6 in as well. Which I don't think I've added to my list, so I need to do that. But yeah, it's got, I've got the manual, and then I've got the game itself. But yeah, just didn't have the actual game. So I saw that Dan had this, and I just had to grab it. I ended up picking it up for £10. Just notice a £7 price tag on it. But yeah, paid £10 for it, box complete. Goes for £8 at CEX and £14 on eBay. But obviously it is a box complete version, so I can put it with the other 2, and then I've got all 3 of the Strike games, and I've got them all box complete as well, which is really, really good. Then the next up, we've got an absolute classic, and then we've got Paperboy. So once again, it is box complete, and it is a Tengen game as well. They are the ones that I think definitely on the NES they would release their own carts, and everything was very much outside of Nintendo's control with those. But yeah, the Tengen on the Mega Drive is all official and endorsed by Sega. So yeah, I saw it. It's not actually, I've not actually, I say that though, I've got a copy of Paperboy on the Commodore 64. But I don't have a Commodore 64, so I couldn't play it. So this is the first version of Paperboy that I've got in the collection that can actually play. Which, I'll be honest, I have not played Paperboy in decades. Absolutely age. Probably since the 90s. Late 80s, early 90s probably the last time I got to play Paperboy. So yeah, really looking forward to having a go at that. Paid £10 for that. It goes for £20 at CEX, £16 on eBay. And then, right, so this next one was really funny because when I went to this boot fair, I think a couple of days before, I'd filmed one of my collection roulette videos. And I can't remember what game it was I was playing, but I remember saying that, oh, I need to get this game because it's one that I've played it a bit but really want to sort of give it a go. And it is James Pond 2 on the Mega Drive. Yeah, I said that I wanted to play it, pick it up and add it into the collection as well. And it just happened that a couple of days later I went to the boot fair and he had a copy of it. So I was like, I've got to pick it up now. It just has to be. So I paid £10 for this one. What does it go for? It goes for £8 at CEX, £16 on eBay, and yeah, once again, it is box complete. So that was really good. So I've actually got it a bit wrong. It wasn't 4 games that were box complete. It was actually 3 that were box complete, and then 5 that were missing the manual. So the first one that we've got that was missing the manual is Lemmings 2: The Tribes. Yeah, don't know too much about this. Obviously, I remember playing the original Lemmings, and yeah, I saw it there. As I say, it wasn't one that I'd really seen before, so decided to grab it. Paid £15 for it. It goes for £12 at CEX and £15 on eBay. Obviously, the eBay price will be without the manual. So I'm going to try and track down a manual for it because, yeah, I think this is definitely going to be one that will be worth getting the manual for. Then next up is another game that I've wanted to play. I don't think I've ever played it, but it was one of the games back in sort of like the SNES, the Mega Drive, and even sort of the NES and the Master System era. There was a lot of companies releasing video games, and one of the ones that released a fair few was McDonald's. And one of the biggest ones that I know of from a McDonald's that released sort of in combination with McDonald's was Global Gladiators. So I picked this one up. I got this for a £5. It goes for £8 at CX, £9 on eBay. But yeah, it'd been quite funny because this is another one. I was looking at it a couple of nights before on eBay, box complete for about £15, and didn't end up going for it. But yeah, saw it there at the boot fair a couple of days later, and I managed to pick it up for a £5. So yeah, really good. Then we've got a sports game. So I don't tend to pick these up too often, but this is probably one of the biggest sports games and most well-known sports games on the Mega Drive. And it's NBA Jam. An absolutely amazing basketball game. I've definitely played it. not too much. I've not spent too much time on it. I definitely played it when I was younger on a friend's Mega Drive. So yeah, managed to pick that up. Once again, paid £5 for it. Surprisingly enough, it's not listed at CEX. I was really shocked with that. Probably one of the most well-known Mega Drive sports games, and it wasn't listed at CEX. Looking it up on eBay, it goes for about £12 in this condition with no manual. So yeah, not too bad there. And then we've got 2 more Mega Drive games before we go on to the last couple of bits. So second to last Mega Drive game is Chunk Rock. An absolutely brilliant game. Once again, another game I've never actually owned my own copy of it until now. But I played it on a friend's console. And yeah, this was one that I did want to add to the collection, so really chuffed to have that. Once again, paid £5 for it. Goes for £6 on both CEX and eBay. Obviously the eBay price is minus the manual. And then the final game that I've got is actually, I didn't actually notice it at the time. I've only just noticed it. It was actually an NTSC game. So I'm going to have to get the adapter to play this. I have got one other NTSC game on the Mega Drive, and it's quite a unique NTSC game actually. So it was FIFA 97. It was another one that we picked up from the boot fair, but it is actually marked up as a Mega Drive game, even though it was a US release. So that was quite weird, because obviously they couldn't use the Mega Drive name in America. That's why it was called Genesis. There was a company out there, I think they had a product called Mega Drive. It was nothing to do with gaming or anything like that, but they obviously own the trademark on the name, so Sega had to rename the Mega Drive to a Genesis over there. But yeah, so that's a very unique one. But yeah, this one is Theme Park. So we have got it on the Sega Saturn. I will admit, I haven't actually got a copy on the PC, which is where I always played it. Yeah, always played Theme Park on the PC. So I am going to have to try and track down a copy of that. I think a big box version of it now runs for about £50, if not maybe a bit more. So I am going to have to pay for it. But yeah, I think I am going to have to try and track one down. But yeah, so we've got Theme Park. Once again, it's the same as all the other versions. It will run very much like the Sega Saturn version. And yeah, so obviously in the normal EA cart, as I say, it is missing the manual. But yeah, I saw it, I just had to grab it. Once again, £5 paid, £12 at CEX, £10 on eBay. And that is all of the Mega Drive games. But I have got a couple more items that I did pick up from Dan before we wrapped up. So this next game, so I've got 2 games here for the Spectrum. As some of you may know, I've been grabbing Spectrum games quite a bit recently. We've obviously got the ZX Plus 2, which I recently got a power supply for, so I am in the process of just testing some options to hook it up to my capture card so that I can actually capture footage from it. And one of these games has been one that I have been that's been pretty much top of my list to get hold of for the Spectrum, because it was something that I played when I was younger, and yeah, just had to have it. But this next game is not that game. It is WWF WrestleMania. So I actually paid £10 for this, and there's a reason for that, because this is actually complete, and apparently it's very difficult to get this game complete. Now, how do you know that it's complete? Because it comes with a set of 3 pin badges. And then it's got the manual, we've got the cassette, we've even got the original Ocean bag inside as well. Looking it up online, so I paid £10 for this. Dan had it on the table. Some guy went up, he was umming and ahhing about it, walked away. And I was like, no, I'm going to grab it. I said, I'll give you a tenner for it, I'll have it. So yeah, picked it up for a tenner. Looking it up online, the cheapest one that I can see, both listed or sold, I think, no, cheapest listing that I can see, there was no sold on this, was £80. So absolutely monumental. I think without the pin badges, it goes for about 15, but with the pin badges, it just skyrockets the price. So yeah, a really, really good pickup. And yeah, one that I'm going to enjoy adding to the collection. Then we've got the next Spectrum game. And as I say, this was a game that I had to have. It was another one that I played extensively when I was younger. I think looking at my Spectrum games at the moment, because as I say, I have got the shelves up now, so I've got shelving just above my PC, and I've got all of my Spectrum, Commodore and Atari games all on that shelf. Looking over there, the one that always stands out whenever I look at the shelf is the Turtles game. And alongside Turtles, this was the other game that I spent loads of time playing. And it is Manic Miner. So for those of you that don't know, I'm going to put up a bit of footage online, a bit of footage on the screen now. As you can see, it's a very basic game. It is completely bonkers, and it has got the most annoying theme song. But that is what I love about it. So let me just play a bit of the footage with the background music. So yeah, you can just imagine playing that for a prolonged period of time. But yeah, I just love this game. I really, really do, and I had to get hold of it. So I did, when I picked up all of those other all of the other Spectrum games from Dan, I did ask him to keep an eye out for this, and he did say he had a copy of it, and it took him a couple of weeks, but he did bring it to the boot fair, and yeah, I just literally snapped it up. He charged me £4 for it. Looking online, it goes for about £15 on eBay. So yeah, just over the moon to have this in the collection and actually be able to play it. Then we've got two more bits to go through, once again both from Dan. Next one is a Game Boy Advance car only, and it is James Bond Robocod on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, I thought, you know what, I saw it there and I'm like, well, I'm picking up James Bond 2. It'd be rude not to pick that up as well. So I grabbed that. He charged me £1 for that. Goes for about £5 on eBay, car only. So yeah, not too sad about that. And then the last pickup for today, it was something that I was umming and ahhing about, but I decided just to go for it, was a Game Boy watch. So I don't know if what you can see, because my light's just off to the side. So all it is it will just display the time and the date. So it's got days of the week across the top of the screen. But yeah, I just thought it was so cool. It's an official Nintendo watch. I didn't realise at the time it isn't retro. It is quite modern. So if I look on the back, it's actually dated 2018. Which is a bit of a shame. It's not as old as I thought it was, but as I say, it is an official Nintendo product. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and find a stand that I can sort of put this on, and then actually I'll probably put it on my shelf with my other Game Boys. Yeah, I am still in the process of sorting some of this out. So my console shelves just off to the right here are all going to get sorted out. But yeah, I do want to get this so that I can display it somewhere. I will admit, the other thing that I am struggling with is where to put all of my Game Boy cartridges. They normally end up sitting on this shelf, and then when I start filming I put them on the table and then they go back, and yeah, I've got to try and find a good solution about how and where to store all my Game Boy carts. But yeah, I'll find somewhere in the collection to put this. So I don't know if I've said price. I paid £5 for it, and on eBay it goes for about £10. And that is everything we picked up. So yeah, another absolutely monumental pickup. This video's probably gone on a lot longer than I intended once again. But let's quickly run through the totals before we wrap the video up. So total spend today was £151 and 50p. If we'd bought everything from CEX that we could, which wasn't a lot, I'll be honest, we would have paid £223. And if we bought everything from eBay, we'd be looking at £414. So yeah, really chuffed with that. Some really good pickups. And as I say, some games I am really happy to add to the collection. So with that, I am going to wrap the video up there. But before you head off, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're not already, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. And yeah, with that said, thank you so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you on the next one. Alright, bye.